Welcome everybody to today's webinar. Thanks for joining us. My name is Joni Ogg, and on behalf of travelprofessionalnews.com, homebasedtravelagent.com, and findahosttravelagency.com, I want to welcome all of you to today's webinar and thank you for taking time out of your day to be here with us. I'm excited to welcome Rental Escapes to the virtual stage today. Our speaker is Willie Fernandez, our friend, the Chief Marketing Officer at Rental Escapes. And today's topic is how to market and sell villas in Europe and earn top commissions. Now, Willie's got a lot of experience in the travel industry, and it spans more than 30 years across the cruise, hotel, vacation, and villa industries. He is also an accomplished and award-winning digital marketer who has transformed some of the industry's most recognized brands. And as CMO, he is responsible for Rental Escape's brand strategy and marketing initiatives. He also oversees the agency relations and product teams who work with our travel advisor partners and villa suppliers. You often see Willie on the road out at events. And when he's not at his desk or out on the road, you can find him competing nationally on the bass circuit fishing. And he also likes to spend time with his family and traveling. And I understand he loves golf. So today we will, obviously after our last discussion, you love golf, which is so cool. So remember, folks, you are muted, but of course, we always welcome your questions at any time. You just put those in the questions area that you can see on the right-hand side of your screen, and we'll get those as soon as we can after he's finished his presentation. We're also going to be awarding 3 lucky attendees who've been with us throughout the webinar, each $50 Amazon gift cards. So be sure to place close attention for your chance to win. We'll be doing a little different today. We'll be doing a poll. I'll let you know all about that when the time comes. So till then, I'm going to turn the microphone over to our friend Willie. Welcome, Willie. We're so glad you're here today, and I can't wait to go to Europe with you today.
Awesome. Joni, this year we've been all over the world together. We were in the Caribbean, we were in the Dominican Republic. I know we were in St. Bart's last year, but Europe is where we're going to be this time around. Europe continues to be a very popular destination for villas. We are starting to see a lot of last-minute requests come in for Europe, so I figured now would be a great time to talk about Europe. But before I get started, I would love to thank all of the advisors for taking their time out today. I know how busy we all are, especially planning all the last-minute summer vacations for clients. And at the same time, I want to wish you a very happy Travel Advisor Appreciation Month. You definitely want to stick around because there's an announcement that I will be making towards the end of the webinar, which does involve a very special promotion that we currently have in place. I am going to leave time at the end for questions. If by chance we run out of time and I don't get to your question, Joni does an excellent job in getting me all of your questions, and I do respond to all questions within the next day or two of the webinar. With that, Joni, as we do with every webinar, I am going to ask you at the end to pick your favorite villa, because I always like to pick my favorite villas for the webinar. So you're going to have to give us your favorite villa in Europe.
I'm on it.
All right, let's get started. A little bit about Rental Escapes. If you have not joined me for one of our webinars, I always like to cover a little bit about Rental Escapes. So we have been in the villa industry now for 14 years. We are one of the leading luxury villa wholesalers globally. Now, we are much more than just a villa rental company. In fact, what you've heard me say countless number of times is we are a company that prides themselves in creating very personalized villa experiences all around the globe. And I'll tell you, in Europe is one of those destinations where we really love to get creative in creating experiences. So how do we do this? Well, first and foremost, it's going to start with the portfolio. Our portfolio of properties today is about 5,000 villas on 4 continents, in over 170 destinations. We have everything from a 1-bedroom property to our largest property, which is in Greece. It's a 37-bedroom property. What's important about the portfolio is that every villa in the portfolio has been fully vetted and inspected by us. Nothing makes it into the portfolio if it's not vetted, inspected, and does not meet our standards. This gives you tremendous comfort knowing that you are working with a partner that stands behind the quality of the product, that someone is actually going in there and taking a look at these villas. Our starting price point is about $500 per night, all the way up to about $150,000 per night. So we have villas of all sizes. We have villas of all budget types. Now, by design, on the Rental Escapes website, there is no online booking. And that's because what we do is so highly personalized. No two villa vacations that we've ever put together have been the same. Now, when you work with us, you are going to work with a very highly trained, highly traveled team of villa experts. As a company, we make it a point to send our villa experts into the destinations throughout the years, every year. We want them to not only get to know the destinations inside and out, but we want them to get to know the villas inside and out and experience them firsthand. In fact, we just had a team return from the Caribbean on Monday. We currently have a team en route back from Central America today. So we are constantly putting them on the ground. And that's because we truly want you to know that you are working with an expert. At the same time, when you first work with us, you will be assigned a villa specialist. That becomes your dedicated villa specialist. You never have to worry that you are going to be bounced around internally every time you call in for a booking. And that's why we invest so much time in training and having our villa specialists go into the destinations. With every villa reservation, you will have the opportunity to work with our award-winning team of guest experience concierge agents. And this is a team that's going to work with you and work with your clients if you want us to work with your clients in arranging all of the in-villa services and all of the in-destination experiences for your clients. The easiest way to think about what this team does is if your clients can dream of it, we will create it. For us, no is not an option. We are available 24/7. So regardless of where your clients are around the world, in their travel documents, we provide them with a telephone number and an email address that they can contact us. We will answer all calls 24 hours a day. Should they have a question, should there be an issue at the villa, should they need to make a change to an itinerary, should they add something to an itinerary, anything comes up that they have a question about, they can reach out to us 24 hours a day. We do pay a 10% commission guaranteed on every villa booking. Throughout the year, we also do bonus commission opportunities. Now, as a former travel advisor myself at one point in my career, and for our founders, it is extremely important that we constantly look for ways to support our travel advisor community. And in April of 2023, we launched the rewards program here at Rental Escapes. And the purpose of the rewards program is we wanted to give back. We wanted to ensure that travel advisors had the exact same opportunity to vacation at the villas that they send their clients to on a daily basis. So in 2023, we launched the rewards program, and the program is very simple. For every dollar that you book with us, you earn points. Those points will sit in your account here at Rental Escapes. When you are ready to use your points, you can cash in your points towards your own personal villa stays. The points will have a cash value. What is most important about the points is they will never expire. I remember as a former travel advisor at one point in my career, I wanted to go to Italy. I spent a year selling land tours, and when I was just about to use my points, I learned that my points had expired. I was devastated. So we have made sure that here your points will never expire. I'm happy to say that since we launched the program, we've issued over 50 million points, and we've had 75 travel advisors take their own personal villa vacations at the villas. Now let's talk a little bit about what we look for when we're vetting villas and some of the benefits that villas bring to your clients. So I always say it starts with the 3 C's: comfort, convenience, and cleanliness. So when we go into the villas, we are looking to make sure that these villas offer all of the comforts and conveniences of home with a luxury feel to it. We are looking for villas with breathtaking views, expansive outdoor living spaces, open floor plans, comfortable furnishings, great bedding, great linens, great towels, bathroom amenities, high speed internet or Wi Fi throughout the villa. Cable TV, satellite TV, smart TV. We know how important smart TVs or streaming services are to clients nowadays, so we're looking for that in the villas. We're looking for state of the art kitchens. We're looking for villas where friends and families and loved ones can gather. And when I show you the portfolio of villas, you're going to be able to see a lot of that in the videos that play, especially the breathtaking views. For me, there's nothing more incredible than waking up in the morning and just taking in a beautiful view, or being able to enjoy breakfast outside, or being able to enjoy a sunset dinner with just an incredible view. Every villa prior to your client's arrival gets a deep cleaning. A standard checkout is about 10 a.m. A check-in is about 4 p.m. So during that 6-hour period, the villa is getting thoroughly cleaned. In an instance to where your clients have chosen a villa that has housekeeping, then that housekeeper will maintain the property during your client's stay. Now, on the Rental Escapes website, it will detail for you if there is staff present and what staff is present. So you will notate if there's housekeeping. Some villa owners will provide cleaning throughout the week. Some villa owners will provide a midweek clean, but the Rental Escapes website will detail for you exactly, will detail exactly for you what that uh, cleaning frequency is. Now, the number one request that we do get for the villas is for fully staffed villas or having staff available at a villa. So in a fully staffed villa, you will typically get a chef or a cook. And the difference there is the level of training that that person has received. Now, I will tell you, in Italy, some of the villas are designated as cooks. I will tell you from firsthand experience, oftentimes that cook is the matriarch of the family. And um, she will oftentimes put a well-trained chef to shame with her cooking skills, making fresh mozzarella. Uh, so when you talk to the specialist, we will let you know exactly if it's a chef or a cook, and if we know if the cook is, let's say, the matriarch or the patriarch of the family, and he or she are the ones doing the cooking at the villa, we will let you know. It will come with a butler. It will come with a housekeeper. Some villas will come with a laundress. The laundress will help your clients unpack. They will help them pack. They will also do your client's laundry throughout their stay. They will also come with as a gardener who will also act as a pool attendant. We have some villas that have a car and driver. We have some villas that also have a boat and a boat captain. Now, in an instance when your clients are looking for maximum privacy and they do not want any staff present during their stay, but they would like, let's say, to have a housekeeper come on a Wednesday, or they would like to have a chef for a birthday or an anniversary or some sort of a celebration. Through our guest experience team, we can arrange that staff. We can arrange as much or as little staff as your clients want if the villa does not already come with that member of staff. If they're traveling with small children and you need a babysitter, we can arrange the babysitter as well. We even have some clients that request dog walkers during their stay. Villas provide tremendous value. And there's a misconception, and I hear it all the time from travel advisors, Willie, I just don't have a villa client. And I am here to tell you that there's a misconception that villas are unaffordable or that they're for the ultra rich. And that is a huge misconception. We have villas for any one of your clients. Again, when we go into the destinations, we cast a very wide net because the one thing that we understand is that luxury means something different to everyone. So therefore, the price point of one guest may be higher or lower than that of another. So in our villas, what I always recommend is when you're looking at a property and you're presenting it to your client, break it down to a per bedroom cost. When you break it down to a per bedroom cost, your client is able to conceptualize and compare that per bedroom cost to that of a hotel or that of a resort. Earlier today, I was talking with a partner in Milan who has beautiful 1, 2, and 3 bedroom apartments, and we were FaceTiming and they were showing me the villas and so forth. Their starting room rate in these apartments is about 350 euros. And he was telling me how, it includes continental breakfast in the mornings and how they can bring in chefs and they can bring in masseuses and all sorts of services and experiences to the villa. And I will show you as we go through the villas. Again, I'm going to break down some of these villas to that per bedroom cost. I often get asked is, Willie, what about the cost of food? Is food included in the villa? So food is never included in the cost of the villa. Food is always additional. Through the guest experience team, we do have grocery lists, so we can pre-stock the villa with food. If the villa comes with a chef, that chef will often have menus and we will present those menus to you. Of course, the menus are all customizable, but they are there to give your clients a guide as to what that chef in the villa enjoys preparing and what they can prepare. In most destinations, the cost of food will vary somewhere between $60 to $120 per person per day for 3 full meals. What skews that really is dinner. So if your clients are looking for chicken, basic cuts of beef, pork, you're looking at $60 to $90 per person per day. Again, it's full breakfast, full lunch, full dinner. If they're looking for richer cuts of beef and more seafood, then you're looking at $90 to about $120, $125 per person per day. I have seen food costs as high as $250, but this is, a guest who is looking for everything served buffet style with carving stations, omelet stations, a lot of lobster, a lot of filet mignon. Again, everything is completely tailored to your clients. Now, here's a sampling of many of the destinations that we cover. The largest concentration of the villas is in the Caribbean. About 50% of our villas is in the Caribbean. But today we are going to head to Europe. And in Europe, it is a condensed season. It is typically late April through late September, maybe even into early mid-October, but it is a condensed season, whereas the Caribbean, Mexico, the US, they're more year-round destinations. In Europe, most owners are looking for a 7-night minimum stay, Saturday to Saturday. Now, on the Rental Escapes website, regardless of the property, we will outline for you what the minimum night stay requirement is for that particular villa. I will tell you right now in 2025, we have started to see many owners in Europe relax that minimum night stay requirement. We are seeing owners take 4 and 5 night bookings in Europe. Our partner today, who I was talking to in Milan, he's let me know that they've removed all minimum night stays. So if a guest wants to stay 1 night or 2 nights in either the Milan properties or in the Rome properties, they are willing to accommodate those requests. With that being said, Joni, everyone, let's head over to Europe and let's look at some of my favorite villas and some of our most popular villas. So the number one destination in all of Europe, and it has been for as long as I've been doing villas, is Italy. The most popular destinations throughout Italy is Tuscany, the Amalfi Coast, Positano, Sorrento, but Villa Giulia is by far my favorite villa in Italy. This is a beautiful 6-bedroom villa overlooking the Med, overlooking the heart of Positano. It's got a gorgeous indoor pool. And I will tell you, for me, there is nothing more magical than having limoncellos out on that balcony. So the villa will sit on the side of a cliff, and just having limoncello at nighttime as the sun is setting, it is absolutely breathtaking. This is Adorna. This is a 10-bedroom property in Florence. I know the owners of this property well. They do an incredible job with this particular villa. It does come with staff. And again, as I mentioned earlier, if you look at the pricing, this is a 10-bedroom. It sleeps 20 guests comfortably for about 4,500 euros per night. That's 450 euros per bedroom. Now, for our European villas, we do work in the currency of the country. So pretty much all of our European bookings are paid in euros. This is Villa Orquídea on the Amalfi Coast. This is a 4-bedroom villa, also overlooking the ocean. Now, this particular property is about a mile to mile and a half, I would say, from the center of just the downtown area. So when we go into these destinations, we are looking to find villas that are as close to the center of town, as close to the heart of that destinations, so that it's either a short cab ride or a really easy walk for your clients to be able to go and just take in the towns. This is Villa Vetrechina in Italy. This is a family-owned villa. I actually had the privilege of meeting with the owners last week. They were bringing me up to speed on some of the changes that were taking place at the villa in terms of some of the updated menus, some of the renovations that they're going to be looking on property. I got to meet their new house manager. Beautiful 7-bedroom property. And if I know Joni's already, she's packing her bags going to Italy. Villanovis in France. France was a very popular destination last year, primarily because of the Summer Games, the Summer Olympics. This is a 7-bedroom property. And again, you look at the rate. The rate is about 1,500 euros for a 7-bedroom property. That's a little bit over 200 euros per bedroom. Again, compare that to a hotel in France. One of my favorites is in Bordeaux. This is Chateau Pessac. This is a 6-bedroom property, 6-bedroom chateau that sits on over 140 acres. And what I love most about this property is if you have clients that are wine aficionados, this particular property has its own barrel room, it has its own wine shop, and it has its own wine tasting room. And through our guest experience team, we can arrange all of the vineyard tours in the Bordeaux region for your clients. So we can set up these custom itineraries for your clients to really experience the wine region of Bordeaux during their stay. And we can also arrange, private wine tastings right at the chateau or in their villa. In Paris, this is Saint Germain. This is a beautiful 3-bedroom city center apartment with views of the Eiffel Tower. And again, compared to a hotel, in the heart of Paris, here we can bring in a private chef. Here we can bring in masseuses. Here we can bring in any sort of service that your clients would like in the privacy of their own apartment in the heart of Paris. Heading over to Greece, this is Suzette. This is also a beautiful 6-bedroom property Ocean view, you'll see it there right from the infinity pool and the backside of the property. Again, you look at the views, you look at the outdoor living spaces, you look at the open floor plans. This is everything that we look for when we go into the villas. We want your clients to wake up and just take in the views, or if they want to be able to dine al fresco, that they have that beautiful ocean breeze just coming in as they're dining outside. And again, you look at the rate, this is a 6-bedroom property for about 110 euros per bedroom. And it is a 5-star property. This is Villa Cristale. This is a 5-bedroom, really unique architecture on this property. But what I also enjoyed most about this particular property, and just some of the charm of this property, is that the property is lined with about 250 to 300 olive trees. And it just, you get that true feel of being in Greece when you see just all of these massive olive trees all around the property. And then you have this really unique architecture on this property. This is Sugar Cube, a very modern 4-bedroom property over in Paros. And in Greece, we have everything from a 1-bedroom to the largest villa that we have in the portfolio right now, which is 37 bedrooms. Heading over to Spain, this is Villa Dali. You'll see it. It sits atop a cliff. Beautiful 9-bedroom property, breathtaking views as well. Now, in 2026, the solar eclipse will be taking place on August the 12th. And we are booking into 2026 right now in Spain. Right now, Mallorca is one of the key areas where we are booking, where the totality will be taking place. So if you have clients that are interested in the solar eclipse, it will be taking place August 12th. So we would want to book for that week, and we would be booking in Mallorca because that's where they're going to get the best view of that eclipse. This is Hacienda Florentina in Marbella. This is a 7-bedroom property. And this villa does come with limited staff. Now, again, on the Rental Escapes website, every villa will detail for you if there is staff present or not. On our villa search, you can actually search for villas with staff. What is important to note, if you are selecting a villa that has staff, the rate that you are seeing on the website includes the staff. There is no additional charge for the staff. The only thing that would be additional would be the gratuity that we would recommend your clients leave for the staff. And as a rule of thumb, I would recommend leaving about a 15% of the total gross villa rate, excluding taxes and fees, as a staff for the as a gratuity for the staff. This is Can Luisa over in Ibiza Town, also very modern property. This is a 5-bedroom villa. And again, the one thing you'll also notice in all the destinations that we covered tonight is we also have varying architecture. We also know that we have some clients that love very modern. We have some clients that love contemporary. We have some clients who love an old farmhouse. We have some clients who love a 15th century chateau. So we have villas of all architectural types. And you'll see here, Can Luisa is a beautiful 5-bedroom, very modern property. Heading over to Portugal, this is Villa Edmund. This is a 5-bedroom, also ocean view property. There you'll see the outdoor living spaces, the private pools, the breathtaking views. This is Vista Azul. This is a beachfront property over in the Algarve area of Portugal. This is a 4-bedroom. Now, I say, I'm gonna rephrase that. It's not beachfront. There are steps to go down to the beach, but it's not directly on the beach. This is Villa Slatana in Croatia. This is the only destination during the pandemic in Europe that never closed. It was actually welcoming guests year round. This is a 5-bedroom waterfront property. And in this particular villa, like in many of the waterfront properties, we have the ability to pick your clients up for a day out on the water. So the boat can pull up right behind the villa. And that can be arranged through our guest experience team. So talking about guest experience and our concierge team, at about 3 months prior to your client's arrival into Europe, your guest experience concierge is going to reach out to you, and they are your dedicated guest experience concierge. And that concierge is going to reach out to you to begin planning all of the in-villa services and all of the in-destination experiences for your clients. And as I mentioned earlier, if your clients can dream of it, we will create it. For us, no is not an option. We will get creative. We can put itineraries together. We can arrange boat trips, restaurant reservations, ground transportations, rental cars, private car and transfer, helicopter. Let's say your clients have landed. They're in Sicily. They've landed over in Palermo, and they need a helicopter transfer versus being in the car for 2 hours. We can arrange a helicopter transfer. They need babysitting services, chef services. It's a birthday and they want a balloon arch in the villa. Again, anything your clients are looking for during their vacation, we can arrange for them. And as I mentioned, just like you have a dedicated villa specialist, you now have a dedicated concierge agent as well. So all in all, when you work with us on a frequent basis, you have a dedicated team. You never have to worry that you're always going to be talking to somebody new. Now, working with us is very simple and very straightforward. It first starts with a villa inquiry. Now, you have the ability to inquire right on the website, or I always recommend giving us a call and having a conversation with one of our villa specialists. Allow them to get to know you, allow them to get to know the clients, allow them to ask questions. Things that they will ask that you will always want to be prepared for is how many guests are traveling and the ages of those guests. We want to be able to understand if we have children, if we have guests who are older in age. Some of the properties in Europe, you park at the bottom and you have to take steps to get up to the property. We want to make sure if we have guests who are older in age, or maybe we have guests who have mobility issues, that those are not villas that we are recommending. So that's why we ask very specific questions. Are your clients looking for villas with staff? Are they looking for ocean views? What are their budgets? What is the purpose of the trip? Are there any celebrations that we need to keep in mind? What are they looking to experience in the destination? We take all of that information and then we begin to do our research on what properties are available that we believe are ideal for your clients. We are going to present you with about 3 to 5 villa options that we believe are ideal for your clients based on everything that you've shared. We are going to provide very detailed quotes. Those quotes are going to include the total villa cost broken down for you. We will include links to the villas utilizing our unbranded website so you can share those villas directly with your clients. We will also include the payment terms. Payment terms is typically a 50% deposit with the balance being due anywhere from 60 to 120 days out. Cancellation terms will typically follow the final payment terms. However, we have some owners, we have one owner right now he's made his cancellation terms at 6 months out. We do offer trip protection. We have two policies. We have a standard trip protection. We also have a cancel for any reason policy. The cancel for any reason policy will cover 75% reimbursement back to your clients. Now, once your clients have selected a villa, we will send you a rental agreement to send to your clients. Your clients are going to want to review that rental agreement and sign it. We will secure payment and we will confirm that villa with the villa owner. At about 3 months prior, your clients, you will be assigned a guest experience concierge to begin working on all the services and all the experiences for your clients. Now, we are happy to work with your clients directly. If you would like us to, we will keep you informed every step of the way on any services and experiences that they're booking. Any future inquiries that you have a dedicated villa specialist that you can reach out to. I can assure you, if you call them today for Europe and then you call them next week for the Caribbean, they will know the Caribbean just as well as they know Europe. Now, we value the relationship that we have with our travel advisor partners. We pay a 10% commission guaranteed on every villa booking. We also, on our website, have a library of pre-recorded webinars. We also partner with our friends here at Travel Professional News to bring you live webinars. And, I take you around the world with me to really educate you on the villas in those destinations. We also offer full commission protection. In our system, you are our partner, you are our client, and we will never book your client direct. Should your client ever reach out to us, whether it's via email, whether it's a phone call, and we bring them up in our system and we see that they are your client, your villa specialist is going to reach out to you to let you know that your client has reached out, that your client is interested in a villa. And we are happy to work with you in facilitating that booking, but we are going to work with you to make that booking happen. So you never have to worry that we would book your client direct. And as I mentioned earlier, we have the industry's first and only rewards program as our way of saying thank you so you can enjoy the exact same villas that you send your clients to on vacation. Now, we have received many awards for our marketing. We've also received 2 Best Villa Rental Company Awards in 2024. We took home the Travel Weekly Gold Magellan Award. In November, we took home the Gold Travi Award for Best Villa Rental Company. At the same time, we also took home multiple marketing awards for our marketing program for our travel advisors. And as a former travel advisor myself, I'm constantly looking for marketing material that I can create to help you grow your business. So on rentalescapes.com, at the very top, there is a link that says Travel Advisors. If you click on that link and scroll about 3/4 of the way down, you will see an area there that says Your Keys to Success. And this is where all of your marketing material lives. So first and foremost, you have all the webinar recordings are there. And if I'm doing any live webinars, I will also post it there so you can register. You have a link to our unbranded website. This is the website that you can begin using today. You can send links to your clients. If you have your own website and you want to have villas on your website, you can create a link that says villas and just link to the unbranded website. That website has no Rental Escapes information, no way to book, no way to inquire, no way to call. It is completely unbranded for you to use. Every Wednesday from 2 to 5 p.m., I open up my calendar to do Wednesdays with Willie. These are 15-minute appointments that you can schedule with me. We can talk about villas, we can talk about marketing, we can talk about luxury travel, anything that you would like to talk about during your 15-minute appointment, I am there for you. We have our entire marketing resources library. And in the marketing resources library, you can start using those today. We have a whole library of images. We have a whole library of Instagram Reels. We have a whole library of website images, as well as social media images. And as I mentioned, you can start using those today. We are constantly putting content into those libraries. They are very highly organized by region, then by destination. So if you want to, let's say start promoting Europe now, you can go on Instagram Reel, click on Europe, and you want to, let's say, promote Italy, you click on Italy, and you'll see all the reels that we've done for Italy or Greece or Spain or any one of those destinations there. Our newest marketing material is our digital publications, which we proudly call Reimagine. And these are beautiful, full color, highly interactive magazines that allow your clients to get immersed into the destinations. Right now, for European magazines, we have Italy, France, and my favorite magazine, which we just launched, is Spain. When you get a chance, go on there, go to page 51. It has a special surprise when you get to page 51. But these magazines are completely unbranded. You are more than welcome to use them. They were created with you in mind. Just simply click on the magazine. It will open, copy and paste the URL in an email and send it to your client. We are getting a lot of feedback from travel advisors who are seeing tremendous results using these magazines to generate leads and generate sales. Right now, we are working on our next issue, which is the US Virgin Islands. And then after that, we will have the British Virgin Islands, and then we have a couple more after that. There will be a total of 20 digital magazines in the collection, and then we have 5 thematic magazines that are being worked on as well. But these magazines are up on the site, and you are more than welcome to use them at any time. As I mentioned, we have a big announcement. Now, May here at Rental Escapes is our Travel Advisor Appreciation Month. And we have 2 great promotions for you. Number 1, every villa booking that you make in the month of May that travels by December 31st, 2026, so you have this year and next year, we are paying a bonus commission of up to $5,000 per booking on top of our standard 10% commission. Plus, because we want to get you to the villas on vacation faster than ever, we are issuing double reward points. So you get the bonus commission of up to $5,000, plus you get double the reward points. Now, before I turn it back over to Joni, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you for the privilege of your time today. Again, I know how busy you are. I know taking time out of your day sometimes can be a challenge, but I appreciate the fact that you have taken time out of your day on today to be with me, to allow me the opportunity to take you with me to Europe, to show you some of my favorite properties, some of our most popular villas throughout Europe, and also sharing with you a little bit about Rental Escapes. I always like to give out my personal contact information. You have my email address, willie@rentalescapes.com. You also have my personal mobile phone, 407-946-5099. You are free to call me 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. If you have a question, if you're trying to decide on a villa for a client, if your client has questions about a villa that you don't have answers to, please reach out to me. If by chance I don't answer your call or your message, because let's say I'm traveling or I'm doing a webinar, or I'm in a meeting, please know that I do return all calls and all messages at my first opportunity. At worst, I return it by the end of the business day. With that being said, Joni, I'm going to turn it back over to you. I'm going to leave this slide up. Oh, before I do, if you have not registered on the Rental Escapes website, I would highly encourage you to take a moment today, go to rentalescapes.com, click where it says Travel Advisors, and scroll down to the bottom where you see a section that says Register Now. That's where you want to go ahead and register. That's going to get you an account established at Rental Escapes. It is also going to get you into my email database where I will notify any promotions we have going on, any fam trips that I may be doing, any bonus commissions, any discounts, any new marketing material will all be in that email. So you want to get registered. Plus, it will automatically enroll you into our rewards program. So again, please, when you have a moment, visit the Rental Escapes website, click on Travel Advisors, and register. Joni, with that, I'm going to turn it back over to you. I'm dying to know which was your favorite villa and where your bags are packed, because I know they're packed and you're ready to go somewhere.
I've started to pack my bags before you start your webinar. So I'm like ready, right? I mean, like I know today is a webinar with Willie Day. So I'm like packing last night because I know I'm going soon. You get me in the mood. And I'm not telling my husband how many places we've been together. He might be a little jealous. Although he knows you, so it's okay. Anyways, just as first of all, I had a hard time choosing. I'm going to be really straight with you here. I had a difficult time. I kind of want to go to Provence, but I also want to go to Bordeaux. Can I go to both?
You absolutely can.
Okay, then I want to go to Villa Novas in Provence, and I want to go to Chateau Pessac in
In
Bordeaux.
Bordeaux.
Yes.
Great choices.
I
Great
love both of
choices.
them. Yeah, I love Provence. I just really do. I love that whole area. And then I'm absolutely addicted to wine. So I like the idea that I would have it right there handy for me. That works for me. Plus the architecture on that chateau was absolutely gorgeous. So
And,
I'm
and,
going both places.
and I'll tell you, just the overall grounds of that chateau. I mean, we're talking 140 acres, right?
Oh, it's
The
crazy.
chateau
So
is 6 bedrooms, but it sits on 140 acres. I mean, you want to talk about social distancing, like you have it, and you have that total sense of privacy in that chateau. It's it's one of those moments where like you walk into it and you feel like a little kid at Toys R Us and you just don't know where to look. It's an incredible property.
it looks to be. I thought it was gorgeous. And six bedrooms will be just fine. I'll just take the whole thing. That's just perfect for me. Okay.
By the way, did I just age myself by saying Toys R Us?
Yes, I think you did, but it's okay. I know what you meant. I think a lot of people on our call know what you meant. That's
Okay.
okay, Willie. Toys R Us used to be a thing. It was awesome, actually. So, anyways, let me go ahead and just go through a couple things with everybody. First of all, folks, you've got some questions, and I'm going to give those to Willie so we can answer them. One of the questions that was asked, I just want to address. It was, will this session be recorded? Absolutely, it has been. It is being recorded. And tomorrow, about the same time, you will get an email from me that will have links to all of the various places where you can watch this again. So, not to worry, you'll get that tomorrow about this same time. It takes about that long for it to come to you. So, that takes care of that. So, we don't want to miss out on anything. A couple of questions, which I thought were great questions. Jackie was curious as to the commission amount on the travel protection. Do you pay commission on that?
We currently do not pay commission on the travel protection, but it is something we are looking into.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Is there an age minimum at the villas?
Not really, no.
Okay, because you
Um,
did mention, people had babysitters, and so I was just assuming that probably, if they have an infant and they want to bring them, it's fine with you guys.
yeah, and we can, we can arrange pack and plays, we can arrange cribs, we can arrange
Oh,
high chairs.
perfect.
A lot of the villas come with this already.
Uh-huh.
We do like to ask if children are coming. Truth be told, there are some villas that are much more friendlier for kids than others. Would I say Chateau Pessac is one of those villas? No, Chateau Pessac is not child friendly. It's great for 6 couples coming in.
Okay.
But we want to know, especially if we can find a villa that maybe has a gaming system or has some activities, poolside for the kids. But again, just something that is friendlier for the kids.
Okay, so she's come back in and asked a little bit more clarification, apparently. She's asking, actually, if the age minimum is to book, is there as the primary guest? So maybe meaning if you were
Oh,
19, do you accept a
got
booking,
it.
that sort of thing?
Yes, you must be a legal adult of the age of at least 21 years old to book.
Okay, perfect. I'm glad you clarified that. That was a great question. All
Now,
right.
Jackie, what I will tell you is this: if we have one lead guest of 21, but everyone else is, let's say, 18 and 19, that is probably going to be an issue. Um, because oftentimes what we see with something like that is maybe like a college spring break or something along those lines.
Mhm.
So we'd rather know that up front. If we know that up front, we will reach out to the owner and we will ask if the owner will accept the booking. Some owners will say yes, some owners will say no. But at least if we know who is traveling up front and the ages of who is traveling, we can always ask for permission.
Okay, perfect. All right. Yeah, I think that's actually would be a real issue in some of these places that are absolutely so pristine and gorgeous. You certainly wouldn't want a big party going on in there. So that makes tons of sense. All right. Somebody else said, do you book the air travel as well?
We only book private air. We do
Okay.
not book commercial air.
Okay. So you can book my jet for me, correct?
Yes, we can book air og.
Love it. Love it. Okay. Boy, I can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm going to put the bags in the car to go to the airport. All right. So, um, somebody else said that was pretty much it on the questions, except for I love this. She said every time I had a question, he answered it during the webinar. Great webinars. The reason you don't have a ton of questions is because you do such a darn good job at this.
You know, Joni, I've been doing villas for a long time. You know, I spent the first 25 years of my career on the cruise side. I've had the privilege now of being in the villa industry for 9 years. And, you know, every time I go to the villas, I am just more and more wowed because they're all different. And, you know, for me, I love telling the story of the villas. I love telling the story of rental escapes. I also have just the privilege of talking to thousands of advisors throughout the year, right? I believe you said it earlier. You know, I'm out at the events, and throughout my career and having had so many conversations, you know, I know oftentimes what is most important to an advisor to know, especially when they're having conversations, you know, with a client about the villa. So when I go in and I put together a webinar, it's important for me that during those 45 minutes that I'm going through the villas and I'm going through the destinations and I'm going through the services, that I'm really touching those points that not are important to me, that they're important to the advisor, so that they can then pick up the phone or send an email or a text message, or reach out to someone and say, listen, you've got to go to Italy, or you've got to go to France. And I have all this information and I can't, and I've got all this marketing material. Can I start sending it to you? And they just feel so energized with the information that I've been able to give them that they now have become a villa expert, themselves.
Oh, absolutely. Well, you definitely know what you're doing and you're a real professional with it. So I'm sure everybody appreciates that knowledge that you share. So we have some prizes to give away, I think, at this point, and we've got three different Amazon gift cards. Two of these Amazon gift cards are courtesy of Willie and his team at Rental Escape, so we thank him for that. And then the third card will be coming from the Og family at Travel Professional News. So we'll start at what I'm going to be doing, folks, is I'm going to be launching what we call a poll. You probably are familiar with that from other webinars. Once that poll comes in, it'll give you an opportunity to answer the question in that particular question answer area. And then I will randomly choose a winner that is a correct answer to that. So we'll start out first, and I'm going to send the poll in just a second. Okay, here it goes. Let me know if you saw it. Yep, they must have seen it because I'm getting answers. Wow, a lot of people got this one right, Willie.
I hope they
Okay.
all said. I hope they all said Spain. No, I'm just kidding. It's not
You're
Spain,
so
guys.
you're so bad. You're so bad. Okay.
It is Italy. Italy
It
is
is
the number
Italy.
one villa destination in all of Europe.
Okay, perfect. And the winner is going to be Jackie Lamoth. Jackie, congratulations on that. All right, we're so happy that you answered that question correctly. All right, on to the next one, folks. Takes a second for it to pop up again. Here we go. How far out in advance does your concierge contact you? 1 month, 3 months, or 6 months? Okay, we have another
And
winner. And what is the answer to that question, Willie?
the correct answer is we begin reaching out to you at 3 months prior to your client's arrival. 3 months.
Wonderful. Okay, cool. A lot of people got that one right too. That was perfect, everyone. We did have some people that, went to the 6 month, and just a small percentage went to the 16 or to the 1 month. So we did pretty good with that one too. All right, on to the very next one. And then that will be the last one. What is the name of Rental Escape's new digital magazine? Escapes, Reimagine, or Rejuvenate? Wow. Okay. Well, you must have done very well on this particular point, Willie. Everyone's getting this one right. All right. The answer, Willie?
Is reimagine.
Fantastic. All right. And the winner to that is going to be, I got that name. I got her name wrong. Jasmine Moon. Jasmine, congratulations. You are going to be the winner of an Amazon gift card. So Willie will be reaching out to you with your gift cards to Jackie and Melanie. And then Jasmine, I will be sending yours directly later this afternoon. So we'll send all this information to Willie so he can respond to you. This has been fantastic. Willie, did you have any last minute words you want to share?
Sure. First and foremost, to all the advisors, thank you so much for joining me today. I truly hope you found the webinar today informative. Please know that myself, our founders, our entire team at Rental Escapes, we're here for you. Anything that we can do to help you grow your business, anything we can do to help you market the villas, close sales, please reach out to our teams. Please reach out to me. I am always going to be more than happy to assist. And lastly, and most importantly, Joni, as you know, you and I do a lot of webinars throughout the year, and this is always my favorite time of the month when you and I when we get to get together and do the webinars. Um, I don't know if many of the advisors know, but sometimes I make Joni pick where we go. So I think for the next webinar, we may have to ask Joni where she wants to
Okay.
go, where she wants to go, and we'll do a special webinar. If there's any advisors who will be at Global Travel Marketplace West in Palm Springs, California this June, I will be out there. So if you are out there, please stop by, say hello. Or if you're going to GTM flagship in Hollywood, I will be there as well. Or if you're going to an event and you want to know if I'm there, you can always send me an email saying, hey, Willie, I'm going to be here. Will you be there? I'm happy to get together. We can do breakfast. We can do lunch. We can do dinner. I'm always happy to get together and meet with our valued partners. With that, again, Joni,
Fantastic.
thank you to you, Andy, everybody at Travel Professional News. You guys have always been so incredibly supportive of me and everybody at Rental Escapes. And I can't thank you enough for everything you all do.
Truly, it's our honor. We love it. We love working with you. You're like one of our faves. Okay. I'm going to tell you that right out front. All right, everybody. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. Willie, thank you so much. And everybody be watching for that recording if you want to watch it again, if you missed anything. And start selling those villas, folks. Let's go. Have a great day, everyone. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.